Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Not you off my black business.
I'm gonna go ahead and give them a disclaimer. I'm putting rice in my mouth, y'all. I'm sorry.
That's your disclaimer?
Mm-hmm. No, it's not rice. It's quinoa.
Yay to the quinoa. Okay, who wants to start? Who wants to start off the episode?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
The fact that you do this.
Let's ready to rumble. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good today. How are y'all?
Living.
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing so good. I'm glad to be here with the best co-host in the whole wide universe, galaxy. You get the gist. But welcome back to the podcast. Not to all of my black business. We are here on our 12th episode, starring NATO, and we got Rapunzel, and as well Vari. Yes, welcome back.
You're welcome back.
Today we're gonna talk about love and courtship. Before that, I do want to say, yeah, we took a week off. But just
I did not expect you to say that. I was like, okay.
and what about it? No,
He
I'll
always
just.
telling our business.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure people will see we took a week off, but just know we was busy. We had things. We had things popping off.
If we do take a week off or more than a week off, y'all, it's not because of y'all and it's not because of us. It's because we all have busy lives and we don't stay in the same place either, you know. So I'm on a
Hmm.
different time zone than they are. They're on the same time zone, but they're in different places. So sometimes we're all in different mindsets, different headspaces, and different places in the world. So if we're not around, just please know that we're not like splitting up or anything. Just know that we just needed a week away.
Hmm. Yes, definitely. But yes, back to the subject. We talking about love and courtship, and how do y'all feel about that?
I'll start with courtship first.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cause I mean I feel like you have to get there to get to love.
Hmm.
Well, supposedly that's how it's supposed to happen. You know, people back in the day love to get shall I say women back in the day love to get courted by men and you know that's how they found their husbands and created their families and stuff like that. Do I think it's a big thing now? Not really, because like instant dating or finding instant gratification from somebody online is just so easy. So my thing is, what is courtship when you can be like, hey yo, you live next door to me, or you live like in my building, or you live near me, so like you want to hang out? Like, what is the courting, you know? Or come
Hmm.
over unless you know. Mm. But
I'm
so
telling y'all, that is not courting.
no,
That
it's
is
not.
y'all hanging out.
It's not courting. You did some
um,
courting today. Oh, yesterday, yesterday.
yeah, I did some. I did well. I got courted a little. We courted each other, but yeah, like that's one thing I would say right now. I'm in my era of wanting to get courted. I think a lot of times, even in our community, it's just again people just want to be like, "Yo, you smoke, you trying to hang, you trying to chill," and that's cool and all. But I'm just in a at a point in my life where I want to go on dates. I want to actually get to know you, not just instantly come over your house and we just chill and watch movies. We can watch movies. We can go to a theater. We can go out. We can learn something about each other. Like let's actually talk, and it doesn't have to always start off with a blunt. Like let's do an activity. You see what you're really into. I was just talking to my friend the other day, and I was saying I was going over first date options, and they were talking about going to the gym. And I would never think about that as a first date, but I think that would be really interesting, and you could learn a lot about your potential partner because what are they into? how like committed are they in comparison to how committed you are, and what else comes with that.
What you gonna learn that I'm fat? Am I doing all that shit?
Like, let's just say you talking to a dude and he be like, "Oh, dude, I be pumping
At the
them
gym
weights
would
and
not be our
stuff,"
first date. It's just not gonna happen.
and then he can't lift
I
shit.
feel
Like,
like you're trying to be funny because what you trying to say?
I think that comes with knowing your audience too. But I'm just saying, if y'all both mention going to the gym, y'all like going to the gym, and y'all be like, "Oh, let's go on our first date to the gym." Don't be
Okay,
coming
yeah, I
half
get it.
ass.
Well,
And
my
even
only
if
with
you are like superficial, you might come in certain attire. And if that person doesn't come in the attire that you like, it might be a red flag for you.
not the first day. Not the first day. You can say wow. Because my thing is gym etiquette is like no talking. Like a lot of people don't talk in the gym because that's gym etiquette. A lot of people have their headphones on and they stay to themselves. So I'm like,
Or have a gym buddy.
okay. But my thing is, well, I don't work out a lot, y'all. So don't throw tomatoes at me. Don't throw tomatoes at me. But usually, from what I'm knowing, like usually people go to the gym, they like on some solo dolo type shit. If they do go, like they're still solo. They're just like like you help me in certain things that I need, like lifting weights or whatever. But like I can still do stuff by myself.
Hmm.
So I'm like, I don't know how courting in the gym as a first date would be because I'm like, how am I gonna talk to you? You
It
sweating?
just depends. Like you might be helping them with their reps. Y'all might be doing some stretching, working on abs. Might even talk to them while they're doing the reps. Like people do that.
Nigga, go to the gym
I
by
am
yourself.
I am an avid gym goer,
Nigga, go
so
to the
I
gym
see
by
the
yourself. Like,
people.
don't worry
I
about
do go by myself though. I love going by myself. But I do think it will be an interesting experience because I don't typically go with anybody else. They're going on a first or second or third date to the gym. It would be intriguing.
maybe you should try it. You should try it.
Yeah, that's not. I'm not going on no gym date.
I do have a question for you, Rapunzel. Who courted who in
Yes,
a relationship?
me. I could have heard.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure.
Hmm. You're pretty sure.
And when you said you're sure, I was about to say, give me examples on how you courted her. Like things that
Oh
you did.
man,
Things
you
that you
really trying to get in my
like
business.
that you probably wouldn't usually do, but you've done it now.
I have like I think I like our first time like in the hotel together. I decorated it with roses and stuff. Um, I had bought some wine and set it up. I bought some other things that I'm not gonna get into.
When your black business spill. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah,
I want to know.
you have to have a kinky episode for that one.
Coming
Bob,
soon.
it's gonna be on Patreon. You can go.
Okay.
They always say that. Like y'all want to get the exclusive, go to Patreon. But that's dope. That's dope. Is it something weird to do now
Weird.
to court somebody?
No, because I felt like I always been like the giver or the. I always wanted to do something special for anybody I was dating, but like most of the time they didn't deserve it, so I didn't do it. So now I feel like I can be myself and do more things I always wanted to do. So
Yay! I love it. I love it.
Oh,
Love wins. Love wins.
I love
Now
that for
speaking
you.
on love though, I don't even. I think that's too far to get out there and say that though.
Well, before you get on that, write it
Yeah,
down. What would y'all say is y'all love language? I hope y'all know.
acts of service.
Talk about it more. Let's hear more. What do you mean by acts of service?
I mean, acts of service is doing anything for me that I didn't have to ask for me. You know what I'm saying? Like if you think of me needing some food, and you bring some food, like I was thinking about you, maybe you're hungry, I got your favorite thing. That's an act of service. So you like, I know you've been taking out the trash, all week and you take out the trash. Or, like, hey, your mom was sick, so I went to go take her some like soup or something. Cause I know you talk to your mom all the time. You value her. Stuff like that is acts of service to me. things that I probably wouldn't necessarily ask for. You just know to do those things throughout knowing me because you know me. You know what I'm saying? You build
Mhm.
up like a reputation with me of things that I've done so much that you already know now, and you go do it without me asking. But that's what I view as acts of service. Now I can ask you as well, but I just believe you doing it without me asking you, that's a true act of service.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. Rapunzel.
Mine is active service and quality time. Active service, because like Vari said, I like when people do stuff for me randomly. Like I could say what my broom broke or something, and you on your way to Walmart and you bring me a broom, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like if I hear you say I like to do active service myself. So like if I hear you say, "Oh, I ain't had banana pudding in a long time. That's my favorite dessert," and I go to Food Line and I get you a banana pudding just because I see it. You feel me? Like stuff like
Mhm.
that. That means stuff because that tells me that you thinking about me throughout your day and you think about what I would like and what I need as a person. So
I'm glad you said that. You just kind of made me think of something where I didn't think about because what your love language is something that you enjoy doing and you enjoy receiving as well. I
Mhm.
hmm
do like stuff for people too. Then I do. I do. I'm just so dumbfounded. I didn't think to say that because I'm like, yo, like I do like doing stuff for people, and it's supposed to work both ways if it's your love language. And I do like doing things with doing stuff for people. So
Wow. Look at
what's
that.
yours?
I
You
don't
know,
agree. Nah, acts of service is beautiful though. I'm like, damn, why isn't that mine? my my top two are quality time and physical touch. You know, definitely quality time. I feel like if you aren't putting the energy, the time, and the dedication and effort into, hanging out and linking with me, then what are we doing? Like, I'm the shit.
oh,
Like the
period. That's how I be
fuck.
feeling every
I
day.
actually like that confidence. That confidence, guys.
I feel like
It's
that every day. I
usually
feel you.
you
Now,
so
why physical
wild.
touch though?
I think that's also a sign of like wanting PDA. I like PDA. I love PDA. I want you to like hug on me. I want you to cuddle. I want you to be up under me. Even if I'm like get away. Like you're so like I'm like okay. Because
Oh,
sometimes
you
I'm like
like the chest a little bit.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm like and you gotta be like gotta calm me down. And I like that.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Right? No, you got the right
And I
one.
like sex. I
Quality
mean,
time,
who
physical
doesn't
touch. You
like
got the
sex
right
though?
one. You got the right ones. Because I was in my mind trying to think of something else. I'm like, isn't that kind of like acts of service? But no, it's not.
um,
It's not really. It's not. It's really like physical touch. You know, because you really said you like PDA, so you want people to be up on you. So
mm. And I also say I like sex. So
I thought it was going to be that
Yeah,
initially.
it sounded like a whole bunch of freakiness going on. That's what it
I
sounded
thought it
like.
was initially going to be, because I like to fuck or I like sex, but like.
that's cool.
No, but I'm glad it was
But
something based in not just straight sex. It's based in, like when I'm in a relationship, I love to show public affection. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
and I know some people that don't. So that's something that I would want you to do. And it's not just straight physical
I
touch. Are we fucking? You
like that's yeah,
yeah, I think
definitely
mine
physical
is
touch
by physical
and
touch because
wanting. Hold on. It's like also with physical touch, knowing how to be. What's the word? What's the word? Like do it's like intimate touching without it actively being like sexual. If that makes
like
sense.
rubbing the back of your head.
Yeah, like shit like that. It's like, hmm, wow. You really
Rubbing
hear
the
from
back
me
of
right
somebody's
now.
head can get them hard though. I'm dead ass serious.
if you do it just right.
Right. You never
Listen, I
know.
Mm-mm-mm.
think mine isn't physical touch because I can like sex don't always equal emotion to me. Like I don't have to be so emotionally involved to have sex all the time. If that makes sense. Like I can fuck with you on the level of like I can see like we don't have to be necessarily together. We can just have an understanding and a friendship.
True.
versus everything being so emotionally tied because of sex. I know a lot of people that get emotionally tied to people because of sex, more so than the way that they treat them or the way that they act towards them. I'm kind of the opposite way. Like, sex not that important to me. Like, I'm more focused on the way that you treat me and the way that you present yourself to me versus what you do to me physically.
You
I'm
know what
about to
that sounds like?
so wrong. I'm about to say, come on, demisexual, but I don't know what sexual that is. When people like this, I'm not that turned up by sex, but you didn't even say that, so I'm like, whatever.
You know what that sounds like? You thought I was
But
feeling you? That ain't got mine.
God.
and it really be like that. And I like, especially when I was younger, what? Like, you think you had me? No. No. I gotta go. I'm see
what
you
is your
later though.
what is your least favorite? What is it called? What is it
Love
called?
language.
Love language.
Love language. Yeah. What is your least
Um,
love language?
look
Like
at them real quick. Do some little
that.
research. Mine too. The list is acts of service, quality time, receiving gifts, physical touch, words of affirmation. Um,
Receiving gifts will
I
have my last one. Because my thing is like I don't need a gift to feel loved. You know what I'm saying? Like I
yeah.
need an object to make me feel like you really care about me. Because what if it was broke? You know what I'm saying? Together, I just need to know that your ass gonna go through the struggle with me, not trying to see if you could buy me a goddamn Chanel. Like
Shit.
so, that would literally be my last one. Because I'm like, as I sit here and think about it, I'm not a huge gift giver myself.
Mhm.
You
So
know, that reminds me
Um,
of a conversation. Okay, so like this might sound a little weird, right? When I get high, I have like conversations with myself and like deep in my thoughts sometimes, right? So
mhm.
I was high and I was driving and I was thinking of like this saying had popped in my head when people be like, I'd rather cry in a Rolls Royce and not in a Honda, right? Did that make sense to y'all?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking of the fact that is it easier to be with someone based off the fact that they doing all of these things for you financially,
where's
but they're
Ryan?
not necessarily
Here.
faithful to you,
Um,
than it is to be with somebody who's doing all the same shit that this rich nigga might be doing, but ain't being he doing all the same shit but can't pay your bills. So is it a little bit more acceptable?
Hell yeah. Nigga, you in a whole different damn pay grade. Like, you in a whole different damn, what's it called? You in a whole different type of wealth. Like,
a
you can
tax
really use
Tax
tax bracket.
bracket.
That's what I was talking. Tax bracket.
bracket.
You in a whole different tax bracket right now. Like, what? You that comes with so many different things. That's why people are just like, you know what? I know we gonna do some shit, but I know we ain't signed no prenup. But
It's
before we
funny
get on
because I
that,
mean, like, not even on a marriage level, because I feel like if I was the girl who was dating a dude, like, say I was dating a rapper and he had all of this money and he was paying all my bills and stuff, but I still had my own career and was still making money. I feel like I could do that, but I wouldn't allow myself to get caught up emotionally.
Why?
Like, I would understand that this is just an act of like, I'm providing what you want sexually and you're paying my bills. Rather than me get caught up emotionally in somebody that I know is not necessarily the best for me.
Okay, okay,
he
okay.
might be the best for
I
you
was in
because he
my
might be
mind
a
thinking.
Chance the Rapper.
Okay, I was in my mind thinking the same thing that you was thinking, Nato. Like you like this person for real, and they have a different lifestyle than you. So like, how are you going to invest in them when y'all live two separate lifestyles? That's what I thought you were trying to say. But you like, no, like
No,
I'm not even invested emotionally.
no,
Okay.
no.
Um,
Okay, I like you enough to like, we cool, we have sex, whatever, we kick it. But I'm not going to allow myself to get emotionally invested for real, where I'm in love with you and stuff, because I already know you're not. good for me in the best way of like trying to be in a relationship or trying to be married. You're not going to be that type of person for me.
It depends.
I'm like half and half. I'm like, I understand where you come from, but then again, I'm like, it could depend on the person as well. You know, it really could depend. But then again, I'm understanding your side more so than that side because like it's rare as fuck to want to find people that are just genuinely good people, especially when I don't want to say they're ahead of you, but I'm saying and financially they're ahead of you, and it's kind of hard to expect for them to be the same genuine person that you are sometimes because they have a quote unquote easier life based off finances. So they may not worry about the things that you worry about. Like I gotta go to work and clock in. You don't. You know, so now I
Hmm.
are so different. So you may have different values than I do because like I'm on a different time than you are.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be
I
more
get that.
thing. I totally agree with
Okay.
that. Yeah. Oh, but you said love though.
But
You said love in the beginning. You
hold
said love.
on. Yes, but back to your question though before, I did want to get on that. My least favorite part of love language is I would say words of affirmation. I really I
Boo,
that's
boo,
crazy.
boo,
It
boo.
sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. But I'm the type of person, bitch, don't tell me sorry. I do not want to hear that. You tell me sorry, I want to punch you in your fucking face. I want to see you act on it. Don't
That's not an
tell me you
affirmation
sorry.
though.
Show me you sorry.
That's not
Don't
an
tell
affirmation
me, oh,
though.
I like you. Show me you like me.
That's
Like
not an affirmation either. An affirmation.
what?
This is the affirmation. Babes, you're doing good at work. I know you're doing great. You're going to get that promotion. That's affirmations. Not like you're sorry. That's an apology.
I'm thinking like
Affirmations is like, go, babe, you got it. You go, babe. You're going to finish that race before them. I'm affirming
It's
you.
the
So I make
support.
you feel good. It's support.
okay. Well damn.
I
Okay.
was like,
That's a little different.
sad.
It's kind of hard to pick the worst one because I mean the least important one because like all of them shit's important to me at some
They are
point.
important.
Some a little bit more
I
than
feel like it
others,
just
but
encouraged me like I'm not cheating on your ass ever again. You shouldn't have cheated at all.
You thinking of the bad affirmations. Think of the great affirmations like, look, you know when you were out in New York and you were going to modeling castings. A good affirmation like, I hope you get it because you know you got the part, you got the look. That's affirmations.
Mhm.
Not I cheated on you and I won't ever do that shit again. And I hope you believe me because I've been working very hard on myself. I'm like, no, bitch, you just saying shit that makes you feel good. Fuck,
See.
I'm still pissed.
it is.
Okay, I can see that. But with love, the second thing, because we got on courtship, but with love, we can talk about like who taught y'all about love. Just as y'all
Myself.
grown into the beautiful, okay, grown into the beautiful people y'all are today.
Being gay is difficult. I didn't have a lot of role models teaching me like this is the type of guy you want. This is the type of guy you stay away from. You know,
Hmm.
this is who you give your heart to. This is who you may want to sleep with for an occasion. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't something that was just given. I didn't have many people in my life, and especially, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. My straight cousins didn't even have that for real. Like people saying, "Look, actually, no, they're not good for you." They had people encouraging them, affirming them to do more things that I just thought that were not good. Like, "Yo, she older than you, go fuck her." You know what I'm saying? Like, or not saying my cousins, but I've heard people say this, like they've had sex with their babysitters and stuff like that.
Mm.
You know, and I'm just like, that's not good teaching at all. It's
At
actually
all.
predatory.
That's
It's
weird.
predatory behavior. But
What?
I never had those things as a gay person growing up. So like doing that love thing, I had to do that on my own. I had to find out what love meant to me on my own. And loving a family member compared to loving a partner are two different things. People need to understand that. You can love your cousin down. You can love your mother down. But loving
Hmm.
your partner is different from loving your family. You want me to tell you why? Because my thing is sometimes, depending on the type of family you have, you're always connected to your family. A partner is somebody you can walk away from sometimes. For real, for real. But sometimes you can't walk away from your family. Because my thing is, if you're a family person, them people that got your back when nobody else got your back.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Finding the love thing was is very hard. But I mean, I think love is a beautiful thing. I have been in love. I am in love, and I just think that it's beautiful when you find it, but it's hard as fuck. And if you are gay, you're gonna have to do a lot of goddamn self learning. I'm telling you
So
now.
searching, child.
I'm telling you, unless you have parents that are very open to like what's going on in the world, or if you have gay parents already and they're
Mm.
open to it, because there's some gay people who are just closed the fuck off.
Right. We hear them talking about, I don't want my child to be gay.
Being gay,
And
like
I'm like, honey, you the perfect person to have a gay child because you know the struggle. You could be teaching them so many things. They can excel more than others because they have that comfortability of a parent to be there for them.
what about y'all? What about the
But
word love? Like, how did y'all learn about
uh,
love?
I agree with you. I would say me. Like definitely I had to learn a lot on my own. Even the television, you try to see, oh, these little things about love. Like it's nice, but it's not real life. So it was typically straight. But I mean, I've seen my parents both in their own relationships, and they dropped some nuggets. Like they definitely was talking about if you want to date somebody, you can choose to date somebody y'all can struggle and grow together, or you can date somebody up.
Yeah,
But it's also I learned a lot about the things that I don't want to deal with when I am involved with somebody. I feel like those are the bigger takeaways. Like when I'm in love, I don't feel like we need to be arguing about every single thing. If we're dating, we should be able to have a good foundation and then just move so quickly. And I'm relying so much on this, I'm relying so much on that. Like just so many things that I learned.
I feel like you
But
taking shots at me. I'm joking.
yeah.
Like,
No,
damn,
like
very attacked. No joke.
no. But like definitely with I've mentioned my situationships, my many situationships. I've learned so much because I don't think I loved any of them, but I think
You
I
had love.
learned
Did you have love though? You didn't have
I
to love
cared.
them, but did you have
I
like?
didn't love them, but I cared about. There was some care that were there, but I didn't get to a point that would get to a point of loving them. Uh, who knows why? Maybe because we ain't never get to the next step. We ain't never get there.
What about you, Rapunzel?
I think I have mostly learned from experience of learning what I like and what I don't like and what's okay and what's not okay. But I've also learned from, I've had probably 3 or 4 long lasting relationships from when I was a children in my life. As far as like my grandparents and my aunt and my uncles, they've been with their significant others for years. And I pretty much grew up watching their relationships and seeing how they interact with each other. And also, my grandma loved to tell you, my grandma loved to tell you what's right for you and what's not right for you, as far as, especially when it comes to a
Mm.
man and how a man should and should not treat you. So she definitely played a huge role in a lot of the stuff that I'm willing to accept and not willing to accept. So those were pretty much my examples in how I grown to understand myself and what I'm okay with.
Not
Mm.
hearing you say that, I do have a question because I was having a talk with my friend, and this was like wasn't even a week ago. This probably was some time ago, and we're talking about like how people that are like in marriages now, not like they just got married recently, but they've been in marriage for like decades. Like do y'all really still love each other? And I don't want you to put that out there if you feel like they don't or do still love each other. But like I know some people in my life, they're married, they loved each other at one point, but they don't have that same love. They're just
Yeah.
tolerating each other now because of time and because of obligation, because of family, kids, whatever. So like we don't want to break up. We've been together so long. So I'm like, do y'all know any people in y'all lives right like that way? Like they're not together, they're
Um,
together, but they don't really have that love that you thought they did.
I feel that way about certain family members in my family. It's as if even growing up. I never they never were people that I looked to for love because I felt like they were just together, but it wasn't what my idea of what love is, and that could come with, and that could be also, it was like quality time and physical touch, like certain things like that, but that could be also their love language is different. But I'm like, it's just certain things that I feel like should be there and was never there. So it gave more so comfortability, and it could also be that word kind of fucked me up. It also gives a little it also gives a little bit of the time that they came from, like being like women and men in the 60s and the 70s, I mean, and in the 50s, and the resources and the choices that you had. So I get that. It's just, I wonder what it would be like for them if things were different.
Same. Because I don't even think a lot of them were choosing love. I think that a lot of them were choosing safety and family.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to be looked at like those women. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I want to be looked at like this woman. But you're really not this woman with the crown. You're really those women. You know what I'm saying? You're one of many.
I
taking
feel like
They're
taking what
stepping
you can
out.
get.
Those women. So
in my family, the older relationships, I feel like they have genuinely loved each other through their whole relationship and still love each other. And I feel like maybe some of the younger or shorter relationships in my family, like probably like my age, my cousin's age, maybe those have more of an expiration date on them
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
rather than my older ones. I feel like our examples are still alive and thriving and loving each other and being there for each other.
I'm glad to hear
We
that.
just,
Yeah.
I'm really so
yeah,
glad.
honestly.
I be in my mind thinking like people's grandmas, because my grandfather, he's not alive, and my great grandparents, they're not alive anymore, and my mom was never married, so like I can't really speak to those things, but like I can remember moments where, did I think my grandmother loved my grandfather? Yes. Do I think my grandfather loved my grandmother? Yes. But I feel like to a certain extent, like, like he would love her, but he would love himself more at times because he would still do things that was disapproving to her because he still
Mm-hmm.
wanted to have his own identity. You know, and I'm like, well, your identity is compromising your marriage, and the love that you have for somebody that you said that you was in love with. But it's so amazing to hear that too, Rapunzel. Like people that in your life that've been married for decades or been together for decades, and you're like, no, they still have the same love for each other. And if it's not the same love, it's a different type of love, but the same feeling. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
Right. Or the same
That's
act of
good.
kindness and care
yeah.
for each other for sure. I think it's
Black
just
love.
us, like the younger ones, that we got to get it together because
And
we
that's because we're
still
not
ain't
like
finding it.
that's because you can't talk shit to me anymore. I don't have to do certain things. We're not in the 60s.
But I would ask, do
Right,
y'all
but
feel
I've never. I
comfortable?
can truly say I've never witnessed my grandma. I mean, my grandfather disrespecting my grandma. Like I've never heard any of that ever. Like
Mm,
yeah, they get into it
A
and
real
have little
man, a
arguments, but
real man, a real man.
it's never been like a disrespect of like me looking. I have never had to look at my grandfather like he wasn't a man. He's always been a
mm,
man. He's always supported my grandma. My grandma's always worked. Like she's always told me what a real woman is, that you should hold your own regardless of a man. And that's just the examples that I grew up with. So
I like them.
So, do y'all feel comfortable going to like your older family members and ask them about love and courtship and maybe advice?
No, but why though? Why now? I mean, I'm 20. I'm 27, and honestly, like again, with me being gay, I don't know many gay people in my family, so I think that me trying to explain my relationship to them, they would be kind of like, "Oh, y'all do the same thing that we do." I'm like, "Yeah, we're not aliens," and that's
Mhm.
why I probably wouldn't necessarily go talk to them because like I'm always hit with this with straight people sometimes. Like, how y'all do this or how y'all do that? I'm like, this the same way you do it. Like, so I don't know if I would necessarily go ask for advice because I'm thinking they're coming from the point of like, so y'all do this, or how do y'all do this? How do y'all go about this? And I'm like, the same way you do, you know?
And that's true because I hate the fact that I always get asked who the man in my relationship. They piss me off with that shit so much.
Oh my god.
It's irritating.
I get asked that every day.
I don't
Every
get
day.
asked that because it's like this. I know you the bitch. Like, look at you. You
Oh
look
my
like a bitch.
god.
You know, so like I get,
I'm dead.
but
Nice.
and you know what? Here you say that my mom literally told me the other day that she wanted to ask Trevor something over me, but I guess because she thought Trevor was he was the man of the house and stuff like that. And I'm like this. No, we're both men, and we're both in this house together. So it's
Ooh.
like we both lead this house. It's not one over the other one. We're both the head and we're both the tail. It's a two fucking headed animal and a two-tailed animal here. There's not like you lead it and I'm coming behind. We're walking side by side, holding each other's hand.
It's giving cat dog.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, that's just how it's been. But I mean,
Good.
I haven't.
I'm gonna shout out my mother because I I've never been one to ask any of them for advice because, like you said, why the fuck would I? But like 2 weeks ago, I did ask her for some advice just to see what the hell she's gonna say. I just wanted to entertain the conversation, but she dropped some nuggets. I was kind of like a
She
little
did.
confused. I
She
was
did.
like, all right, maybe you on to something.
Do you want to share?
Should I share?
We in your black business. Why not?
I mean, I guess
I
I'm
know I
into a
be
little
putting my
bit.
business out here.
Mm. All right, so let's just say I've been on the apps. That includes like the Tinder and I'm trying to think of the sound.
Yo, I can't. I can't with you. I can't with you right now. Like,
So I've been on. So I was on those for a little minute, and I just was meeting some niggas that I just wasn't really feeling. And but there was one in particular, like we was chatting it up, blah blah blah, and then we were supposed to go on this date, and then they showed me some pictures of them with on a trip, and they ended up being best friends with this other person that I was friends with, and I was kind of in this space where I didn't know where me and that friend were, like if we was trying to do more or what. And I was like, dang, it's kind of giving this moment where I need to figure out who I kind of want to like maybe see what's up with, because I can't talk to both of them. That's just messy. Maybe 21-year-old me would like that, but not now. So like I was just in this little bit of crossroads of like, damn, what should I do?
did you
So
figure
then
out?
I was just, oh yeah, but like,
I'm like,
did
hold
I
on.
wait? Did I what?
You missed the
Did I figure it
update.
out?
You missed the
Oh,
update.
oh well, yeah. But at that point, like, I forgot who else I asked. I might have asked a friend. She was just saying, oh, just what would you say? She was like, oh, just talk to the guy you like the most. I'm just like, girl, I don't know if he's good for me.
You put too much pressure on yourself.
That's what it was. I talked to my mom, and that's what she said. She's like, "Why are you putting so much pressure on this?
Like you
Like, it
put.
should not be that hard."
Uh,
And I'm like, "Damn, are you right?"
you like maybe
That's because you never really went through the stage of just like dating for fun. You've always, I feel like, dated to marry. Like, and I
Yeah,
to
really
be a
feel like
husband.
I understand
a
like
little
you
bit.
shouldn't date people that you don't see marriage with, but like we young, bro. Date somebody just to date them for right now.
That's what I
Yeah,
was trying to tell him on the phone. I was like, you know,
yeah.
when I think this was one of our episodes, and I was like, this, if you
hmm
I would not want to talk to you because I think that you're childish because you don't date for fun. You date for serious.
Wow, that's crazy.
No, it's not. I
But
don't think you're childish,
Cause
but I would say if I get to know you and you like this, the last relationship I had when I was 16.
oh my god.
What is 16
I would think
anymore?
you run away from relationships, and you do.
But I don't.
No, you don't run away from them because you never give them a chance.
What is that?
Sometimes
Runner.
Well, it is running.
You's
It
a
is
runner, you's a
that
running.
track
ain't
star. You
running.
gonna run away when it get hard.
That ain't what this is.
Why do you want to be
But
married? I joke, I joke, I joke. I joke. Who doesn't want to be? You know what? I'll say
who
this.
does right? Who doesn't want to be married? But I would say also with that, I mean, I feel like that's another
Shit,
episode.
somebody.
But with that, I've now gone to a place where I don't have to get married, but I would like a serious relationship. And it just feel like sometimes a lot of times these niggas just don't be on that. But I am getting to a point, and that also came with the conversation my mom and I had. She was just like, look, you need to she was like, look, you ain't serious about these boys anyway. I'm like, true. So she was like, leave them alone. Just date other boys.
Do
Well,
you
date
think
other
the
men. And
person
I'm
that you
like,
want to be
mm,
with
mm,
already? Like, do you think you met the person that you want to be with already, and for whatever reason, just hasn't happened?
maybe. I do think it may be true, but there might be someone else. I don't I don't believe you have one soulmate.
I don't believe you do either. That's why you need to just keep trying.
Well, hold on, hold on, hold on. Y'all don't, see. I believe. I believe in having one soulmate in the sense of like loving somebody, like, but like I have soulmates that are friends.
Right.
But I'm talking about strictly
Well,
like based off of like we are more than just platonic, like that way.
well, I don't think that only because I feel like certain people they go through certain love cycles. And there's people that get
I'm not.
married 3, 4, 5 times. They might have didn't love them properly, but they
What's
might have
really
did
a
love them, and
soulmate
their
though?
love was
Like,
just they
A
were
soulmate,
soulmates for that time.
a soulmate to me means is somebody because they're kindred. There's so different things. There's kindred spirits. There's
Hmm.
soulmates and twin flames. I feel like I have a good bit. I feel like I have a couple of twin flames, but twin flames is somebody that you don't want to be with, or yeah, you don't want to be with, and y'all just have a huge connection. It's kind of like unbreakable.
Hmm.
uh Soulmate to me is somebody that like our souls cannot be apart from each other. Like, like as much as I don't want to be with you or be around you, if we made each other angry or whatever, I still want to be around you. Something about you draws me into you. Fuck everybody else. I just keep having to come back to this person. And it don't even have to be that negative. It could be something positive too. It could be like, like, dang, I love being around this person. We have great times. Like we don't argue, we just don't fight. And when we do argue, we know how to get over it immediately because we enjoy each other's company. And when we do argue, it's not something long. We don't want to drag it out because we care about each other so much and we love being around each other. That's a soulmate to me. Like I I can feel you when you're not around me. Like, dang, I know he's thinking about me. Or when you call me like this, or when I call you and you about to call me, you like this. I was just thinking about you. I was just thinking about you too. And you like y'all called each other because y'all had that soul connection.
Hmm.
That's what I believe a soulmate is, personally. Somebody you
I
just
think I've experienced. Hmm.
somebody I just
What
said
do you
somebody
say?
you can't live without. Like, like I just it's just something about them, like their spirit, their soul, it just draws me in.
How many times have you felt like you've come across that before? If you've ever come across that, and I'm asking both of y'all.
I'm in love with Trevor. Do I think Trevor's my soulmate? Yes. But then again, I'm gonna be honest about soulmates. I think you need to be with somebody for a longer period of time to honestly know if they're your soulmate or not. Because one thing I've noticed when being in a relationship, you change consistently. Like you really change. People don't want to accept that. People don't notice that say
Hmm.
those things. But in a relationship, you change a lot. Like, who y'all started off as, you're not gonna be the same person in the next 10+ years. Because my thing is, you change. Not even in 3 years. You're going to change in 3 years. We're always growing and learning something about ourselves. So then that kind of furthers, like, for me, the uh, soulmate. Because my thing is, I'm like, well, damn, I'm still learning who I am. Maybe I don't know my soul as much as I think I do.
So not like I'm not asking you how many times I felt like you've had a soulmate. What I'm asking you is how many times have you felt like you've had any type of tie to someone where y'all feel like y'all are connected in a deeper level? Like you might say the same things at the same time. Y'all might have been thinking the same thing. You might have. bought the same thing,
Relationship or
like
not?
little into relationship or not.
Um,
Oh shit.
I
That's
think
right. A few times.
recently I've met someone, I don't know if they're necessarily my soulmate, but we just connect on a lot of things. But it's also like when we've checked our charts, like literally our whole entire chart, natal chart, no, like literally natal chart is like fully identical. And I'm like, yo, that is so crazy.
Okay.
You
What about
So
tired?
do you feel like
trying to say?
y'all act the same?
What'd you say?
Y'all act the same?
I mean, I'm definitely a little more but like we're both mad chill. We like a lot of the same things, and we definitely get each other when we be asking. We ask each other things kind of for reaffirmation, and we be like, "Yeah, I was thinking the same thing." I'm like, "Exactly."
Okay. Okay. What about you?
I think twice. Twice.
You
On a
know,
relationship level.
question correctly, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but honestly, I sometimes I be in my mind thinking back to old situations, and it was very lustful. Whether or not we had sex with each other, I just like I thought they looked really good, or at the time I really wanted to be around them because of some type of insecurity. Of like I'm like nobody, I can't get this guy's attention that I really want, so it's this guy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm having a more of a connection with him because like I'm wanting to be loved or wanting to be touched talk to in that moment. So then it's kind of rough for me because like now I'm going back to people in my mind. I'm like this. Nigga, you really was a shit. Cause look at me now. And it's not even because of what I do, but it's just because of the person I've grown to be. And I'm like this. Nigga, you really didn't love me like I thought you did. Cause I swear up and down some niggas loved me. And now I think about how they treated me. I'm like this. Girl, that nigga didn't love me. He was
Mhm.
tolerating me. He was tolerating me. And so
You
I
was
don't know how
wasting time.
fully answer that because my thing is we're still young as fuck too. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh,
it's
we going by people understanding that and understanding the difference between somebody who loved you and tolerated you. That's a whole nother topic.
that's a whole nother topic. If y'all want us to talk about that, please let us know because I think the top. You know what? That's what our next episode topic will be about. We're letting y'all know right now. It should be on insecurities, like a wide range of
Insecurities.
insecurities, like job wise, relationship wise, family wise,
Old insecurities.
old insecurities, because those are the things that have shaped me to be who I am and things that I thought I was okay with. I was never really okay with. I just was tolerating the shit at the time. And I was
Mhm.
insecure as fuck. But sorry, I
You
got
know what? Write that whole thing that he just said down.
Um,
That whole
I
thing.
wrote
I got some words.
episode 13 insecurities.
I don't think a lot of people accept that. I think a lot of people want to believe that, they met so many loves of their lives or so many like deep connections. And I'm like, this y'all were really just tolerating each other.
Yeah.
It's like
Wasting time.
When I think about the difference in how some people treated me as I like got older, I was like, no, you really didn't fuck with me like I thought you did.
Yeah.
Like now that I'm older and I know how I can move and I understand how other people move, it's like you ain't fuck with me ever for real. Like
for real.
damn, like you lucky with playing
Not
with
the
my
only
face.
one.
Like
And like I thought I was the
Mm.
only one that thinks that because I'm like people like no, I know I was better than this. I know I was. I'm like no, they really didn't fuck with you. Like
Oh.
and you knew
really
the
just played
conversation
in my
you were
face.
telling me about you.
And that's not even just like relationship, that's friendship too. Like I can think about that.
Yes.
You really was playing in my face. Like
That should be with work too. Like I say, it can go from so many different areas. You like this, yo. I thought me and this person was cool at work. This bitch low key trying to get me fired.
Hell yeah.
okay,
All up in your
listen.
face.
But
So y'all
It's
know
the
really
ones
what
up in your
happened to me the
prom
end of
pictures, the
12th grade
llama
year.
shirt. Now they want to creep in your
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Your man G. I bet you Nikki won't sleep because I'm going to put the heat to your beat. We burn like tweet, tweet.
no, but
Yeah. What else you want to talk about? I want to talk. I have one more question. I mean,
take it away.
what you learned from previous experiences and others around you. But I mean, we want to talk about that a little more. We kind of did.
I mean, I would say something quick as fuck. I would say this: never to be so trusting, because I used to be so trusting. You know, like I used to believe that some people's word was their word, and honestly, it really wasn't their word. It was their word that they was telling me, and they were telling other people other shit.
Mm. In a relationship?
No. I'm saying that goes throughout anything. Like I'm saying, like I've had family members that told me they love me down and da 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 da, and then I've been around their friends or their friends' kids, and their friends' kids have come back to me and told me, "Well, you know, they said that you was da 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 da," and I'm like, "Wow, my family said that," and they're like, "Yeah,
Mm.
your aunt was talking about you to my uncle or my grandmother or whatever." You know what I'm saying? And those are things that have happened. So it's beyond just relationships. It's just been like life in general. So like stop believing almost everything people say, especially if you have so much admiration for them. Because people can't be lying.
Hmm.
But that's what I was
Yeah, these are last minute thoughts. What's the
saying.
last minute thought of what you learned, Rapunzel?
Um, I learned it's okay to keep a wall up a little bit longer. Like,
Mm,
soon as you feel like it's about to come down, put that bitch back up. Put it up a little bit more.
I like that.
Okay. Yeah, I like that too. My last minute thought would be know your worth
Mm.
and add tags.
Okay, because I
You
need my
not
money in
need to
cash.
deal with them because they are there. Accessibility is not always good.
Okay, said it again.
I'm sorry, y'all. We dropping the nuggets at the end because these are it. Like, yeah. I'm glad we had this
Yeah.
conversation though, because honestly, you know, when you sit down and you get questioned things that you don't question yourself, you kind of get an answer that you would never thought you would say. You know what I'm saying? I can envision myself saying some things differently based off y'all not even asking me and me thinking about it. But now that I've heard y'all voice it, I'm thinking about it completely different than I would answer it just in my head. So I'm like,
Mhm.
thank y'all
Mm.
asking me questions that I just didn't even think about like that, you know?
That's what we're here for to get all up in your black business.
Y'all do it
But
every week to me.
uh,
We had to
you
get on NATO
know,
today a little bit, you
a
know.
little bit. Y'all try to read me or whatever, but
We ain't
but
trying, we
thank
did.
y'all. Thank y'all for watching though. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a supporter. Thank you for being bad bitches that listen to
I
us.
thank y'all.
Period.
And that's
And make
all
sure y'all follow us on social media.
I love that we do that because when I'm looking at other podcasts, I'm not really seeing thank y'all for watching all the time. I'm just seeing them kind of ended on the way they want to close it, but I'm never seeing them like, y'all, thank y'all so much, you know, thank y'all make us and shit like that. But I'm glad that we continuously have the notion to say thank y'all for watching, thank y'all, you know, love y'all, leave some comments or whatever.
Yes, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Like,
we do. We really do.
For sure.
And that was our
mhm.
freaking 12th episode. Was it 12? Yeah, it was 12.
Yes, it's a new
I
record.
know, right? We're close to 20, everybody.
How is every day is a new record? Y'all gotta stop saying
Okay,
that.
and
We're close to 20. That's good. That's really good. Y'all, that was our 12th episode. Thank y'all so much for watching this episode. I hope y'all learned so much about us. I hope you learned some shit about yourself too. Because honestly, they helped me learn shit about myself that I didn't know. But yeah, that's our 12th episode. And we'll catch y'all on the 13th. And remember, the 13th is about insecurities. Write that down for next week.
Bye.
bye.